Today is the origin story of how I became the Batman. We begin in my cave, where we ignore the major bat infestation because I'm edgy like that. A breakout is reported to be happening at Blackgate Prison, so there's no other choice but to get all hunched up diva mech style and fly out of there. After ditching my plane because I'm rich and I can just buy another one, I dive towards the ground, the elements hitting my face as I approach my death. After not dying, I approach the prison where someone has made me a personal entrance, which is so nice. It's a little squishy, but I make it through. After heading down the hallway, I find this guy napping on the job. No wonder this prison is having issues. I find this masked guy beating up Mr. One-Eye John, so I decide to aura farm on him by taking a baseball bat to the head. But that hurt me so much, so I decide to reverse it and rock his shit. I delve deeper into the prison, finding myself fighting a bunch of goons. Someone whispers the name Martha, which causes me to freeze and die. Beyond the grave, Black Mask taunts me, so I do what any good Batman would do, reverse time and beat up his henchmen. I run past all these napping guards and find the lizard has jumped universes to have a bit of breakfast. We follow him and see that Black Mask is escaping, and that this scaly freak is going to try and kill us. But no, I'm the greatest Batman of all. Nothing can defeat me. Eventually, I accidentally break reality and have to fight a phasing crocodile, but I win regardless. It is revealed that assassins are after me, and someone will kill me tonight. I head back to my cave and see who will be the contestants for season 1 of The Bachelor. We had Killer Croc, which is unfortunate because he looks like he could give me a good smooch. Then there is Deathstroke, I'll certainly let him Deathstroke. Then we have Will Smith, who must have heard what I said about his wife and now he's out to get me. Then we have Bane, who has venom pumping through his body. There are a few others, but I know they won't be getting the Bat Rose from me. Now it's time to hit the town and meet them all. I try to watch some Hermitcraft whilst flying away, only to discover someone has blocked my access. This will not stand, but first I need to be my own IT support. I enter the closest radio building and see hostages being held and realize I need to do 2 jobs at once. Gosh, this sucks, I'm not even getting paid for any of this. I knock out these fools along the way and finally find a spot to hack my way back in, only for this rejected contestant to FaceTime me. He's clearly jealous we won't be hooking up tonight, but he needs to get over it. As I glide through the city, trying to ignore that reject, I find some hooligans and decide I can bully them if I choose to. What are they gonna do? Tell my parents? They can't, they're dead. After leaving them, I head back to the sky and start soaring, flying. There's not a scum in Gotham that I can't beat. Sorry, my inner Troy Batman just came out. Anyway, I try to clear my head on this rooftop when all of a sudden I'm shot down. That is not very cool, so I get back up and beat this man for his sin. I sneak my way into Oswald Cobblepot, aka the Penguin's ship, as he should have some handy information about the contestants for the show. The ship is disgusting, the service is awful, and the food is non-existent. This must be a cruise. I jump down into this pit to ask where the Flappy Geezer is, only to be met with contestant number 2, the Electrocutioner. Bit of a dumb name. I explain that we can't be together. It's not me, it's him and his weak jaw. Turned out this guy was famous and all of his fans jumped down to try and get me, but obviously they have not been watching what I've been getting up to tonight, so I mop the floor with them and move on. I slowly navigate this labyrinth of a ship to find Tracy, who will be able to lead me to the Penguin. She is a tricky one to catch, but eventually I do manage to lock her in her own cell because I'm progressive like that. She doesn't point the way to him, but I can smell his rotten fish cologne and follow the scent, finding him torturing some guy. I beat up the closest men, and just as I'm about to find out some information from the Penguin, our hot date shows up. Deathstroke. I've never felt so repetitive in my life, but this guy only fights in patterns. Swing, swing, dodge, bang, swish, kapow, bonk. Like for a highly trained assassin with drugs in his body, you'd think this West Tigers supporter could fight, especially with all that anger from their placements on the ladder the past 3 years. Womp womp! After taking him down and leaving him with no rose, I steal his grapple gun and then try to follow the Penguin, but he has locked the door. Guess I have no way of unlocking doors, so I choose to leave. I fly across town to the murder site of Black Mask. That's the guy who set this whole show up and he's already dead? Now that's scandalous. After an easy investigation, I realized that it was all fake and that the real Black Mask is still out there. This was all for publicity. I head to the police department to look at what evidence they kept from this crime and to borrow it back, but this department is corrupt. All they want to do is kill me. At one point my internal monologue states that there's too many of them, so I attempt to challenge that and realize I was right. I'm so smart, there was way too many of them. I find the interrogation room and find Santa, so I choose to interrogate him. I asked him for parents every year. Where are they? I take a moment to calm down and leave him to cry. I take my anger out from the situation on more cops, and when I try to leave, the door is locked. The obvious solution is to head down to the evidence locker and get this disruptor gun, which allows me to open doors. I'm such a genius. As I'm trying to leave, I run into Barbara Gordon. I note down she is smart and that we could use that for Team Batman later on. That is all I got up to as Batman in this video. If you did like this style of content, make sure to like and comment what you would like to see next. I'll see you all later.